Hello. What is up in the world of the internet? I'm just kidding. Maybe I'm kidding. Maybe I'm not. Okay. So I'm just on my laptop right here because I'm just sharing this to my other page. So just needing a moment of patience. But when you join, say hello. Always say hello. Like, I feel like always let me know where you're tuning in from. I just love talking to you guys. Like, I love hanging out here with you guys. It's like one of my favorite things to do all the time. It's National Pink Day, and then I'm gonna say what? Okay. Do you love how I'm like writing my headliners as I'm on live? That's just brilliant, Colleen. Okay, so I have some things that I wanted to share. I have some things that I wanted to talk about. First of all, I did not even know that National Pink Day was a thing. I feel offended that no one informed me. I feel like that's something I should have been informed about. If for those of you who don't know, I used to have like pink hair, like bright pink hair. And I had like a half shaved head. It was like a whole vibe. And then now I have a shirt that says, "Sorry, cat, I have to walk my unicorn." And it's like a little supermodel with her unicorn. I feel like that is me. If I could have a pet unicorn, I would have a pet unicorn. I would love that. Like, what would pet unicorns even do to take care of? Like, I feel like you would just, like, they just have a horn and they would, like, run around putting magic everywhere. Like, I don't even know if they would, like, I wonder what the caretaking activities would be for a pet unicorn. I probably should journal that out and create that into my reality. Because we know my magical creatures my magical creatures oracle deck, we know that those creatures are becoming real. Like, they're going to be like a zoo that I'm going to own in my life. And I feel like we're all just really waking up to the fact that there is, I'm accepting friends, that there's just aliens, like that there's another way of being, there's just another narrative. I feel like we like are birthing into a new type of human. Like, I really just do. So that wasn't really the reason why I came on. Well, I did come on because it was National Pink Day, and I just feel like I need to make an appearance on anything on National Pink Day because, hello, it's National Pink Day. I'm like the pink girl, I feel like. But really, in all seriousness, what I came to talk on, there was a couple things. I had a really big revelation. Well, I always have revelations. Do I? I do. But if you haven't read my new post, I just did a really amazing post that I posted on my social media. I feel like my third eye is just, be present, Colleen. Okay. So, I just did a really amazing post about how to make sure that your business like makes it within the first 3 years. It was really interesting. I had an incredible podcast yesterday. I don't want to say who it was with, so I'm going to post it soon. Keep you in suspense. And it was interesting because they're definitely a more masculine business leader, which isn't bad. I think we do want masculine and feminine. They're both really important in leaders, and feminine leadership, I believe, is on the rise of like the law of magnetism and attracting, but still having the hustle and the systems and the processes. So it was really cool to be in the energy and the environment of this person that I interviewed because so many of them were just like, very practical mindset. Like, this is how you do the practical things. You do this thing, get this result. And for those of you who know, I'm not very practical, nor am I organized, nor do I do anything that's like the way you should do it. I literally only do what I feel called to do, and I always follow my feelings. And sometimes that means when I follow my feelings, I get such a strong intuition of what action to take that other parts of my life, it may feel like it's going through heartbreak, or may feel like that it's not making sense, or things are breaking down, or that it's going to be lonely, or it's going to be hard. But like, I'm so strong on following that intuition, that's how I create amazing results. And that's how I've like, basically, I was shocked that in this system process, a statistical way of being, people were saying that the business normally don't make it after 3 years because the communities and the people that I put myself in, like, that's unheard of. Like, people are launching, like, the communities I'm in, people are like launching business after business after business after business, and every single one is almost success. I mean, a few of them aren't. Like, they're like, oh, I got bored, so I didn't put my energy into it. But it's the reason the business failed was never because of the business. It was because the person was like, I started that business and it actually wasn't in alignment. So I stopped putting my energy there. Like, I don't know anyone really in my circle who's had a business that has like royally epically failed. Like, I just don't even, like, I was shocked to hear that that's a real thing. Like, I didn't even know that happened. And so that new post I just did kind of like talks through that conversation a little bit, and just like my mindset of why that's not my reality. And like, it's just so funny to me how you can have people living on this planet that have wildly different realities, like wildly different. Like, when someone was like, oh my God, like you made it past 3 years. And I'm thinking like, I'm just getting started. Like, I was like, 3 years doesn't even seem like that long. Like, I feel like I'm just getting started. It's just beginning. It's just happening. And things are just flowing. Like, the new things are birthing. The new products are coming. The new books are coming. The new teachings are coming. The new guidance is coming. The new communities are coming. Like, I'm like sitting there like, people are happy they made it past 3 years. Like, I'm like, oh my God, I feel like I'm just finally walking. You know, like, I don't know. It just was so wild to hear that perception. And I think after everything we've just went through this past 18 months or whatever it was, which really 50%, more than 50% of my business technically has been during a time of a pandemic. I don't really say that, but anyway, you know, whatever happened. So I think though the moral of what I want to see, even if it's Pink Day, like I'm so excited. How did I know about Pink Day when like I'm literally getting messages, like text messages from big beauty companies that they're having a percentage off of all their products because it's Pink Day. I'm like, how did I not know about Pink Day? Like, I'm so just, I have no idea how I didn't know about this. But I find it like amazing, and it's just beautiful how wildly different people's reality is based on how they're perceiving and what's going on. And so anyway, what I wanted to go or focus on this live, I guess really, well, I have so many things I wanted to focus on. There's probably 2 or 3 things I want to focus on in this live. They all lead back to the same thing. But one is like, I want you to know, like, when you're doing what you're meant to be doing, and I think a lot of people are like, well, Colleen, what am I meant to be doing? Like, what am I actually guided to be doing? Or I give a lot of my clients like clarity. I think that's a really big thing of why people come into my field, is they want clarity on like, what is their guidance? What is their purpose? Why are they here? How do you take the practical steps to make it happen? And using a digital brand, digital marketing, like creating passive income, active income, like really changing the people you're around and changing your paradigm. And I think people get so caught up in the practical, like, oh, well, most businesses fail in 3 years, so that would just be me. Like, I remember even someone recently said like, oh, this is the average age of men. And I'm like, that's not the average age. Like, don't say that. Like, you're not the average. You're above average. So naturally your lifespan is going to be longer. It's going to be more creative. It's going to be more impactful. It's going to be more fun. Like, I don't know. I really want to hone in on like, when you live your life from the space of like, you are who you are, which I feel like I've really done for almost 4.5, 5 years now, probably more than that. I've always been me, but I didn't have the lifestyle, like the career that was like enhancing me to rip myself open and like express who I need to express, be who I need to be, do the things I need to do, like get around the environment, say no, say yes, like have the conversations. Like, it's like, once I was able to understand that you can create structure in your life that enhances you to like just bloom like this beautiful little flower, my life, it just naturally enhances, because I'm not forcing myself into do things that I don't want to do. Like, I'm not forcing myself into jobs. I'm not forcing myself in relationships that feel like, oh, this is heavy, like they don't get it, they don't understand it. Like, that doesn't mean I don't have relationships or connections that they have very different beliefs than I do, or they function very differently in the world. That's very different, but they still are living their purpose. They're still doing something that's impactful in this world. Before, I would very much look at people who are like, I got this job so I'm saving retirement to pay for my kids. Like, that just isn't fun. Like, I don't know. It's like, it's almost like saying like, I'm in this relationship because I have to be in this relationship, and you know, once this passes or that passes or our 401ks are together, like that is why I'm here. Like, that's just wildly insane to me. Like, I could never imagine feeling like I'm forced into a life because of money. Like, that is literally the definition of slavery. Like, I don't, that you are forced to do something because of survival. And money isn't even survival, because when you change your paradigm, you start to understand that money is easily multiplied. Money easily falls from the sky. Money is something that happens when you express yourself. Money is when you live in like divine alignment. All these things that occur for you. And so, I guess what I wanted to tune in here, or what I wanted to really share, is that It's National Pink Day, but I keep returning that. That's not what I really want to share, but I do love that it's National Pink Day. What I really wanted to share is that you were here, you were put on this planet, and I talk about it in my third book, for a contract. You have a very specific reason, a very specific mission of why you're here. And until you decide to silence your mind and really like take your eyes, look in your mind's eye, get silent, feel into what you're meant to do, you're going to continue to live a life around relationships and people that isn't for you. And I remember working in corporate, you guys. It's not like it was that long ago. Like, I remember waking up and being like, oh, again, here, this job, like, so excited for Friday. Or like, I remember being like, oh my God, when's work going to be done? Or like going out and leaving. Like, now it's like, I don't know, I could just be myself all day long and make money from it. Like, I literally get to lay in bed and I wake up and make clients. Like yesterday, or a couple of days ago, I was on the phone with a private client. I'm at the pool taking on the phone. Like, I literally get paid just to be me, and I believe every single person can do that. Like, I know, but it's a choice, it's a decision, it's a realignment, it's a listening to like, what is that thing inside of me that's really desiring to come out? Like, for me, I knew it was to travel the world. I always knew, like, there was not a shadow, and I say my doubt instead of a doubt because it's my doubts. It's not a doubt. Like, there is no doubt. The only doubts in your mind are placed there from you. Like, they're placed from a higher source, but it's demonic, and you are the one who's allowing that doubt to circulate. And you will never in your life, when you're taking the leap of faith to go into your dreams, like, have enough money. Like, it's just not going to happen. That's why there's credit cards. That's why you can take out loans. Like, there's so many ways to support your journey, but it has to be a belief. Like, it's almost like if you were going to like Ibiza, or you're going to France, or you're going to, and I've been to all these places, but you're going to even Bali. Like, I'm not going to want to go to Bali on a budget of $5. You know what I'm saying? I want to stay at the nice luxury places. I want to do the nice luxury healer things. I want to go to the amazing waterfalls. I want to go on the nice shopping things. I want to have 5-star restaurants. Like, I don't want to worry about money. And if that means I would put it on a credit card to do that experience, I would absolutely do it. Well, the same happens when it's with your growth. The same happens when it's with your education. The same happens when you want to get around people who have the lifestyle you want. It costs money. It's no different. Like, it's an experience you're getting from a person, to be in a frequency, in an environment of that person. So you literally begin to shift your paradigm and your mindset, and your soul begins to activate, and you open in these new ways that you didn't have like access to, you didn't know was available to you. And when you do that, your life begins to shift. That's when the massive things happen in your life. And so that's why I've created my Luxury Healer Inner Circle, because I know if you're here, you're meant to be. A healer is really just anyone who's here to impact someone's life. You want to change someone's life and get paid to do it. You don't want to just be like, well, I sell these products through a big company, and it through the ethers, it impacts people's life. Like, you want to see the direct impact. Like, every single day for the past 5 years, at least, I wake up to someone telling me I've changed their life. Every single day. And every single day I get paid. I remember hearing that, you guys, the first time, of like, you could get paid every day. Like, I was like, what? Like, I never even thought about that. Like, I thought that was the craziest thing, that you could get paid every day. Like, I was like, I thought it was only 2 weeks, or like, there's other ways to make money besides saving for your 401k and retirement. Like, you could retire before you're 50, like, or 60, whatever. I remember thinking, like, that's crazy. Like, I never knew that you could do that. Like, I never knew about passive income, active income, building a community, building a brand, like having multiple streams of income. This was not taught to me. Like, I did not know it. And I would sit here on social media, just like you are right now, listening to people like myself who actually give a fuck, who want to help you, and being like, wow. And I would literally take my card, take my money, and I would invest in getting in their circles. I would invest in being in their environment, just like you would go to nice clubs in Vegas, just like you would go do, I mean, first class, whatever. Like, and I'm not saying I used to be annoying or like extravagant. I used to be more like, oh my God, I'm going to spend like all the luxury things, all the high-end things. And I'm really not like that anymore. Like, I have certain non-negotiables of like, this is what I'll always do. But some things, like, I'm very cheap still. Like, some things I'm like, oh my God, I'm just not doing that, or that's way too expensive. And I think sometimes we think as like wealthy people that they like just spend luxurious money on all these things. And that's really not how it is. It's really like you spend the money on what your passion is. And what's like, there's no shadow of my doubt that I'll spend money on crystal. I'll spend money on clothing, on my drawing pads, on my journals. Like, these are some things because they're things that have gotten me results. These are tools and practices that literally have quantumly gotten me results in my life. Just a fact. And so anyway, that's why I've created this Luxury Healer Inner Circle, where we have one meditation a month, because meditation has changed my life I did it 4 hours a day when I was in New Zealand. And that's what really activated me to like get into the online marketing, get into online funnels. That's what allowed me to create like my Oracle deck, my books, like all my online programs, helping my clients create online programs, marketing ideas. Like that's really what does it for me. So that's such a huge part of activating your soul, is like the stillness, the frequency, like me singing, like doing the light language. Like, and doing this for 45 minutes, 30 minutes as well, singing like, and you do this for like, in a space with me singing like this for 45 minutes to 30 to 45 minutes to an hour even, you're definitely going to have a remembrance. Like you're definitely going to have an activation. You're definitely going to be remembering things that you didn't know, because you're connecting to a frequency. You're connecting to the truth of who you are outside of the linear mind, outside of the linear process and the linear system. So join the Inner Circle, because there's that. And also we have one live Q&A a month. So basically you get access to me like this, except we have like Q&A. So you literally like type your questions in and I like respond based on what I know about you, what your field is, like what you need. But I love doing Q&As. Like I feel like every time in my programs we do live Q&As, everyone's like obsessed with like, everyone asks me like personal questions about my life and stuff I don't share. Like even though I'm very public, it's funny. I feel like even though I'm very public and open, I'm very, very private. Like when you're in my private communities or my inner circles, you definitely get to know a different side of me than what I show just on social media, even though it feels like I show a lot. Like I feel like I'm like an onion. I'm very, very layered. And even people who have known me for a long time, like I'd say that people have known me for like 8 years. Those are the people that really know me. People have known me for like 8 years because I'm very layered. I'm very private. I'm very like, even if someone is a very good friend, I won't share everything. Like we could be having a conversation and they won't know everything that I'm thinking or everything I'm sharing or nothing, like very private. And so it's cool to be in like an inner circle with me because you get access to some of my most private thoughts, some of my most private ways of how I'm perceiving the world, how I'm picking up the world. I think that's like the number one thing is that people love to ask me questions. Like, and I think men specifically, you guys think that just like, oh my God, let me take you on a date or out to dinner. But that's not how it works. Like that's stealing. Like I'm a divine feminine, I'm an oracle. Like I literally receive information. So of course you want to ask me questions because I'm always going to be receiving information, but that's not how it works. You're paying for that knowledge just as you would pay for education. I am the education. I am the self-curriculum. I am the asset because I travel all over the world. I devoted my life to something greater than me, which allows me to have access to this wisdom, which is why you're here, which is worthy of payment. And that's why you would pay me for what I've done. And that's why it's also luxury, because you wouldn't pay for something. Like, would you take a woman you really like just to like some like McDonald's? Like, no, you want to impress her. You want to like do whatever. Well, that's the same thing with your life. When you're around me, you're investing in your education. You're investing. Would you want to go to like a broke education system? I wouldn't. No way. Just like I wouldn't want to go to a broke doctor. I said it the other day. Like if I needed something, I want to go to the best of the best. And I am the best of the best when it comes into this energetic space and online marketing and really moving from your mind into this, lustful fairy tale way of living. Magical, really. It seems like magic, but there is a process. Into like a full life experience where it's just full, it's exciting, it's expansive. You're always receiving money, you're always earning money, you're always impacting people. Like, it's just incredible. So anyway, there's that. So the meditation, live Q&A, then you also get access to my Expanded Liberation magazine, which is like my best content, my best processes, my best ways of how to actually do the things to have a full life experience. So that's amazing. So message me, Luxury Healer, to get inside. We have a link and I'll send it to you so you can enroll. And then, I'm so excited about this, you guys. I can't even tell you how excited I am. I'm like, oh my God. Okay, so the other thing that I'm so excited about is that I had a really profound morning this morning. It was like just one of the most profound mornings I've had in a really, really long time. I was having like activation after activation. Like my third eye was super active. It's super active on here too. But anyway, what I was doing is I was writing down journal prompts that were coming through me. And then I actually did these journal prompts. And what came through me on these journal prompts was like the next level. Like cellularly encoded what happened in my DNA was just, woo! Like, yeah, it was pretty profound. And then I had these like 2 new events that came into my life and all these things. So anyway, what I'm doing is I have a specific journal prompt one-time offer that you can get these journal prompts that I did. And honestly, journaling has been the biggest way to change my life. So just message me journal prompts and I'll get you the details for you to get those. But they are absolutely incredible and I would highly recommend you getting them. So you're going to want to get in this Luxury Healer Inner Circle. If you love what I share, if you want to know about digital marketing, I'm just trying to look and see if there's anything. If you want to be like a creator, if you want to just be amazing, if you want to live a freedom lifestyle, if you want to travel the world, if you want to change people's lives and get paid to do it, then this is the place to be. It's just a no-brainer. Just a no-brainer. It's just a no-brainer. Like, I would love to be around me twice a month. Oh my God. And like all my recordings, I love myself. I feel like everyone loves to be around me. Not everyone, but lots of people. So anyway, now I'm making it really accessible. I'm making it easy. And yeah. My book. If you haven't gotten my third book or my first book, they're amazing. I love you. Okay, that's it. Comment, share, message me, Luxury Healer, to get involved so you can get the link.